All right, next up we have Southern Miss. Joining us here this afternoon is head coach Christian Ostrander, as well as second baseman Nick Monaster and catcher Tucker Stockman. Coach, first, if you'll just talk about just some opening comments, and then we'll open it up to questions.
Yeah, absolutely. First, just want to congratulate Coach Vaughn in Alabama. Great year. He's a first-class human being and first-class coaches and programs. So that said, man, it was a dogfight today. I mean, it was kind of a heavyweight fight. It felt like that. Just got to stay in the middle of the ring, round after round. Ball gets out of the park, answer, and just keep it close enough to have a chance. And just really proud of the effort of these guys, and of just staying there, competing and fighting after a tough loss last night, and got to bed pretty late. You have to get up and go, and these guys did that. So, but it's been a characteristic of them all year, and just proud of their resilience and resolve. And I thought they competed their tails off.
All right, we'll open up to questions. First, right here, Muncie.
Tucker, I want to know what you thought when they walked us Carson.
Going into it, I was expecting that because of the situation. There was an open base. It's a guy who is, I would assume, typically better against righties. So I was prepared for it. It's happened to me a couple times this year as well, and I was just asking God to let me glorify Him.
Coach, I want to know what you thought.
When they walked him,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was the right call. I mean, it was no doubt the splits with that arm against righties and lefties is significant, and it was the right call. I would have done the same thing, and and so forth. But he handled that moment and handled that pressure. I don't know what the count was, 1-2, something like that, and just really stayed within it, used the middle of the field, which is what you got to do against an arm like that.
Coach, before today, the last two games, the rallies you guys tried to make were not successful. Was there anything that you said to the guys in the 8th inning or so, saying, hey, guys, let's just follow what we've been doing all year? Was there something at least you would take of that?
Just compete. Just you're right there. It's a close game. One swing of the bat. There was no magic words, nothing like that. These guys, at this point in the season, they know the message. They know what they need to do. Baseball's a game of execution. Sometimes you get it done, sometimes you don't. And but you knew they were going to go up there with focus and determination to try to help this team win any way they can, and ultimately got it done.
Nick, on your second home run, I don't know if you noticed, which you hit the tradition of excellence sign, which first part, did you notice that? And secondly, how much do you feel like that home run really helped carry the rest of the inning?
Nah, I mean, I didn't notice it. I kind of just put my head down, was running. But, I mean, yeah, I hope it propelled us. I was just trying to – it wasn't about hitting a homer. I was just trying to get it to the next guy. And Coach Oz actually told me before that at bat, go touch a bag, just get on base. And that's all I was trying to do. And lucky enough, I hit a homer, and all my guys rallied behind me.
Coach, touch on the bottom of the eighth, was a lot of thought process there, about the chest game, kind of recount how some of that went along, going on.
I mean, yeah, it was get some guys on. The game called for trying to bunt them over. That was the right move, and they defensively they kind of thwarted that and got the force out at third. And then kind of set up them, walking Carson or whatever happened. I can't really remember everything right there after that, but I think we got him over maybe with Braden Luke hit that ground ball to the right side, and then the intentional walk set up opportunity for a 2-out hit just to go ahead ultimately. So I mean it was there's a game of second guesses and all that stuff, and but you got to respect the game too and play it the right way, and it really screamed right there to try to do that, and sometimes it works out in your favor, sometimes it doesn't, but ultimately we got the hit that we needed.
Coach, you started off your press conference with the word resiliency. I want you to talk about that as well as Tucker, as well as Nick, about the resiliency of the team today.
Well, I mean, the message was keep writing chapters. Chapter 60 was today, and the story that this group has put together was about staying together. They've been very resilient throughout the year. You don't win 45 games at this level unless you have that component, and they keep fighting. They truly love each other. They truly are a tight knit group. And that's why we're where we're at. So you got to be tough, man, to come through a loser bracket, a tournament like this against great opponents. toughness is key and resiliency is key, and you can't let last night's loss linger over. You can't let a scoreboard dictate anything. You just got to keep playing the game, and that's the beauty of baseball. And it's a hard game to be successful at. And but Nikki and Tucker here, they defined that. You know, they're two great examples of guys staying in the moment and doing anything they have to do to help our team win a ball game.
I thought of one more thing about the walk to Carson. It occurred to either one of you guys that no matter what happens after that, well, if you didn't score in that inning, you didn't take the lead, you were going to get at least one more at bat.
I mean, to be honest, no, not in the moment. I think everybody was just in the moment on the rail cheering on Tucker. But I mean, I feel like later on, yeah, probably would have thought about it. But no, to be honest, in the moment, we were just rooting on Tucker, all getting behind him, hoping he got a big knock, and he did. And I mean, what a better spot to do it.
Coach, could you share a little bit about what went on with that conversation with Colby down there, that visit?
Sure. I mean, just calming, reset, and kind of said, hey, you're our dude. You've been here before. Don't make it more than it is. It doesn't have to be the perfect pitch. Trust your stuff, and I told him he's earned this. He's earned this opportunity, and we wanted it for him, but he wanted it more for his team. So they were doing a pretty good job of kind of looking for that slider, I felt like, based on some of their previous at-bats. And I think that last, ground out to third, we stuck 3 fastballs in there. And so, you got to play the game. You got to kind of see what an approach is and so forth. And Colby has, 2+ pitches to where he can do that. If they're going to take one away, then he can do another. And just thankful that he got that fastball in and got that, soft contact ground ball to third.
Tucker, that moment in the game, can you describe the emotions? What are you feeling after you lined up on right center and you giving your team the lead?
Oh my goodness, it's a bunch of emotions that I haven't really experienced very much this year. I've gotten some hits in big moments this year, but my stats, you can see the RBIs. I don't have a ton of RBIs, and so obviously that hasn't happened a ton, but it's just this whirlwind of emotions and just thinking back, going back at it now. You think back and you just want to thank everybody that's helped me get to the place that I am today, and yeah.
Coach, Rob Vaughn has called you one of his great friends multiple times. We've seen him before this year. He even said the other day he wished he wasn't playing you until later in the NCAA tournament. Can you speak a little bit more just about the respect you have for him, the relationship between you two and the program he's built?
Absolutely. He is a first-class human being. We got these last 9 months be on a coach's cohort together, twice a month, and where you just get with a lot of your peers and talk about things and iron sharpens iron, type deal. But he's genuine, and I appreciate that greatly, because I think sometimes that gets lost at your higher levels or highest levels of some things. But that guy's as real as it gets, and he's doing a fabulous job. I think he's a rock star, and I think mutual respect and everything. So yeah, it was kind of bittersweet competing against one another, and anytime you do that against somebody you have a relationship with and you care about, yeah, you want to try to suffocate them and beat them, but at the end of the day, you're going to give them a hug and tell them great job, and and all those good things. So yeah, first-class human being.
Tucker, I know you talk about whirlwind of emotions, but you're there one strike away from being put down against a guy who led the nation in saves this year. What was your mentality, hanging in there with the count behind you?
Honestly, one of the biggest things I've done this year compared to last year is really, really bought into our 2-strike approach as a team, because it's not just the approach, it's the mentality as well. And he's one of those guys where he throws a lot of strikes, so buying into that 2-strike approach mentality really is just staying in there, fouling a pitch off if you got to, barreling it up if you get the opportunity on the mistake, and yeah, I mean, just keep going, keep competing every pitch, just one pitch at a time.
All right, final question right here.
Coach, you look at Jamie's line, 7 hits, 5 earned. You see that. I guess, what did you see from him? What gave you the confidence that he could continue to
Well, I thought he competed his tail off. I thought he's what he's done all year against a good offense where, yeah, if you got some good barrel on it and got it up in the air, it seemed like it was going to get out of here today. And you just got to kind of minimize and just weather the storm and stuff. And again, we don't win that game without that performance. You know, we all would love to have a 1-0 game or whatever, or shutout, but that's probably not going to happen on a day like today against that offense. So we just had to, stay close, and keep it close. And he certainly did that. And I thought he, kind of tapped himself out there. 89 pitches through 7, and I'm not going to abuse him. And I knew we had a good guy in the bullpen with Colby that's been in that spot before. So, but I thought JB, certainly, did everything he had to do for us to win that game.
Nick, I mean, when you threw the ball flying in the air, does that change your approach at all with the under at bats?
No, I mean, I kind of, no matter what park we're playing in or the wind, I'm honestly just trying to hit a line drive to the second baseman every single time. And, he hung a slider and I got the barrel out in front of it and got it up in the air, thankfully. But, no, I just try to hit a line drive every time, never trying to hit homers for sure.
Hey, congratulations on advancing to Sunday, Coach Oz, Nick, Tucker. Best of luck tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.